classic, boy. I'm sorry, but Bomb Rush Cyberfunk fans, JetSet Radio fans, JetSet Radio Future fans, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to nerd out for a bit. It has been a week since the console release of Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, and now about 3 weeks since the official release of the game. And really, Team Reptile can say that they put us all in a dress, because they came out of nowhere like a knight in shining armor and saved us from years of neglect and torment. And nonetheless, let's just say that fans of the JetSet series, we are eating good right now. Which sucks for me even more because I still haven't played the game yet. Sega has been pump faking us non-stop with years of teaser trailers. They even had that one demo reel that was supposed to be a thing, I guess. Even that whole marketing ploy they had with that meeting talking about some, oh, we're going to plan to utilize some of our old IPs that's in our collection. And just like y'all, I was looking at Sega like, Sega, you got me fucked up. But Team Reptile on some Powerpuff Girl shit, they was in the lab straight up cooking, mixing in that funky music, graffiti spraying, let me style on these hoes while I represent my crew's set. And they was able to come up with their own creation, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. Which is good because not only do they have their own identity, but they did a supply and demand. Two very important topics we will discuss later. But I thought before I play the game, it would be a cool idea just to celebrate with the community. I really don't have the opportunity to really discuss with other people my love of the JetSet Radio series, right? So the question I have is, I know that there's a lot of folks that love the JetSet IP, but what is it that we really look forward to or like about it? So I decided to come up with 3 things that I really look forward to that I would like to see in Bomb Rush Cyberfunk to really nail it out the park with. Just my own opinions, but I guess since this is the internet, I guess it's facts. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules here. So really, I'm really excited to make this video. I've been avoiding all spoilers for this. Once this video uploads it, hey, I'm going in day one. To not waste any more time, let's start with number 1. Come on, you're telling me that if the music don't have you like this? Are you really jamming? The JetSet IP is known for its timeless music. And for a young kid like me back in 2002, not only was my taste in music widened, but I caught on that a game soundtrack can heavily level up a game by a grade. I have JetSet Radio Future OST on repeat for many different occasions. And fortunately, we do have at least one of the past producers who is working on the title, along with many others. So I would love to hear what the studio's been cooking up, especially for now what is modern times in 2023. And we'll see. Will the soundtrack for Bomb Rush Cyberfunk be timeless? Although JetSet Radio and JetSet Radio Future itself are top tier games, it definitely was a game of its time. And with most retro games, comes with its outdated controls and mechanics. Same way Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic combat would not work in this modern gaming era, JetSet Radio and JetSet Radio Future platforming came with its problems too. Imagine you're grinding a bunch of rails and making it to the top of a building after 10 minutes of figuring out the path, only then for you to slide off to the bottom of the map because you didn't break in time. Now you have to start all over. Some folks will say it's the trial and error that's part of the play, but I do remember watching a streamer playing JetSet Radio Future who he just did not want to continue because the stage layout got too annoying. One airborne mistake or you landing being off axis and you was at the bottom of the map or had to start over. And not just movement and camera control I'm talking about, but I would like to see the flow of the movement be solid as well. These are the type of games that it's going to be speed run, or you probably might just play just for the vibe of it. You know, skating around, just grinding on rails, listening to the music, just killing time. Hey, that used to be my vibe back then. If the game flows smoothly, that's going to be a good deal. This last one, I feel is a little bit more ambitious, but continued support with the community and updates to the game would be really sick to see. I know the intentions of Team Reptile was to make Bomb Rush Cyberfunk a single player experience, but I would still love to see just the game staying afloat, rather from the community support, or if they held more contests to get folks art into the game, maybe even soundtracks added into the game, or even for the update side, if they add in more characters, stages, challenges, that would be really cool to see. And look, I know the biggest update would be a multiplayer mode with other players, but I chose to be practical with my top 3 list, and something that I feel is a reasonable expectations to have for Team Reptile and Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. And hey, if they do add the update, that would be cool, but multiplayer mode for the next installment of the series, that would be real sick. And there we have it. Once again, I just thought it would make a cool video, especially since I'm doing this YouTube hobby. So just something to celebrate with the community for the next IP that we're going to be supporting by making a 3 things that I really look forward to seeing in Bomb Rush Cyberfunk before I play it. And also, I just think it'll be neat for me to just look back in this video and just be like, damn, do you remember the excitement you had before you played this game? And then even did this game meet my expectations on my 3 lists that I made? So I just wanted to put something down in the history books for it. So that's really cool to see. Appreciate y'all for listening all the way through. But before I close this video, I did want to touch on 2 topics that I did mention before, which were identity and supply and demand. And starting with supply and demand, remember y'all, there was a time where it seemed like there was a bunch of Jet Set Radio news coming out. Like that teaser trailer for the Jet Grind Radio PlayStation 3 report. We all thought that was going to be the next installment or series for Jet Set Radio, but it turns out it was just for the port. You know, I guess, which is cool, whatever. And then Jet Set Radio Evolution happened a little bit afterwards, and we was like, I guess this is the next installment, because it looked kind of funny, but it was a demo reel. We didn't know any better. But that's just all to say that competition is a good thing in video games. In this industry, we need competition. When you're not a coward like Warner Bros. And put a patent on a system that you make in a game or a copyright, whatever, you know, other studios, if they see that a company is lacking in providing something that the people want, another studio can pick it up and be like, you know what, let's take our shot in trying to make this. And hey, like one artist said in his lyrics, it's not about who was first, but who did it better. And secondly, I want to touch on was identity. Team Reptile, these guys ain't new. They've been around. When I first heard of them was back in 2013 when I heard about Lethal League. And I only heard about it because the art style was similar, cel shaded. And also, they did have a producer. I probably might butcher his name, but whatever, I ain't gonna say it. But one of the producers of Jet Set Radio, he was working in Lethal League making music for him. So I knew of Team Reptile, but I never really like looked into it and played it. So hearing that they was gonna make this game, and then I really do recommend for y'all to watch the interview that Danny Pena he did with the director or the head guy over for Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, and just listen to him just talking about his intentions for Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. You will see that this game will be in good hands. And I know that we're all going to be doing comparisons with Jet Set Radio and Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. I know that's just naturally going to happen, and hey, some people, they might use it to farm the content out of it. You know, it is what it is, right? But in the future, I would really love for Bomb Rush Cyberfunk to be its own identity and not be too tagged on with, oh, if Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is mentioned, then Jet Set Radio name is always going to get, you know, applied to it. It's kind of like, you know, you got your own name. Imagine somebody be like, oh, that guy who's listening right now, oh, that's Charles Boy. Yes, I'm talking about you. Whoever's listening to this, you're Charles Boy. That's your daddy. Imagine if somebody kept on referring to you as, oh, that's Charles' little boy, or that's Sandra's little girl. You know, you like, damn it, I have my own name. So that's what I'm going to do for Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. I'm going to identify them as their own identity. Like I said, they stepped up and was able to supply us with something that we all been demanding or wanting, and I got nothing but love for them. So here's to the next installment for Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, the next update, and just Team Reptile. Really do appreciate you guys for just stepping into something of a idea that we all as fans really do enjoy. And so to close out this video, I'm finally about to buy Bomb Rush Cyberfunk and play this game. So I really would. I'm gonna work it out. I don't have a strong enough PC to like record footage and such. I'm gonna play it on a console, but you're gonna see something more out of me. But other than that, I'm done talking to y'all. Hope everybody enjoy y'all weekend that's coming up, and happy gaming to everybody. And Bomb Rush Cyberfunk fans, we eating good, y'all. Y'all take it easy. Peace.